Good morning, everyone. Dr. Garrett here. Today, we're reading The Strength to Be Happy. On the occasion of his 75th birthday, Mark Van Doren, the American writer, poet, critic, and educator, was interviewed by a reporter for Life magazine, and one of the things he said stuck in my mind. I saved this. He said, "It takes courage to be happy." Now, in those 6 words, he said a great deal. Any person can wallow in misery and self-pity. It's easy to rail against the world and its injustices. Easier still to sit down and do nothing like the famous hound dog with its tail in the crack, but it takes courage to be happy. When he said it takes courage to be happy, he didn't mean happiness today or tomorrow or a week from next Thursday. He meant to be happy as a general, relatively constant way of living. To be a happy person as opposed to a generally unhappy person. And it does take courage of a high order. The world is full, it seems, of the "it's too good to last" or "it's just my kind of luck" people who expect bad luck and rejection as confidently as they expect the sun to rise the next morning. They are people who are given bleak and disappointing starts in life. Tolstoy said, "Man is meant for happiness, and this happiness is in him, in the satisfaction of the daily needs of his existence." And La Rochefoucauld said, "Happiness is in the taste, and not in the things themselves. We're happy from possessing what we like, not from possessing what others like." In a passage that I think is very revealing, Jane Austen wrote, "No temper could be more cheerful than hers, or possess in a greater degree that sanguine expectation of happiness, which is happiness itself." It is in the expectation of happiness that much of happiness itself is found, and it takes courage to expect happiness. Balzac wrote, "All happiness depends on courage and work." I've had many periods of wretchedness, but with energy and above all with illusions, I've pulled through them all. My old favorite, George Santayana, said, "Happiness is the only sanction of life. Where happiness fails, existence remains a mad and lamentable experiment." Bertrand Russell put it well when he said, "Contempt for happiness is usually contempt for other people's happiness, and is an elegant disguise for hatred of the human race." The Chinese philosopher Lin Yutang said, "I've always been impressed by the fact that the most studiously avoided subject in Western philosophy is that of happiness." A French philosopher said much the same as did Mark Van Doren. He said, "To live, we must conquer incessantly. We must have the courage to be happy." We've all seen people seriously handicapped in one way or another who are wonderfully cheerful and happy people. And we've wondered how they do it. We've said to ourselves, "I don't think I could be happy if I had his or her affliction." These people are happy because they are courageous and because they don't like the alternative. Awesome passage based on happiness. I love it. And just the strength to be happy, It takes courage to be this way. It takes courage to do this on a regular basis, to do it in these times when there's a lot of people that aren't very happy in their lives. It's a sad truth I've noticed, working in the business I did as a chiropractor and, interacting with the general public and recognizing that, many, many, many people are unhappy in lives, or at least part of their lives, whether it's their job, their relationship, their health, different areas like that. But they seem to be generally unhappy, and it's a sad thing to see like that when it's especially a choice to choose to be happy or not. I think it's one of the strongest realities is to say to every one of you, be courageous and be happy. It's really easy to complain, to be unhappy, to be the victim, to blame. to not take responsibility for our happiness. And, it is a choice. Again, it's your choice whether or not you take responsibility to be happy and choose to do that on a daily basis. Have courage to do that, to be happy in every moment, because you can, no matter your circumstances. And as we teach, you have to become, stronger and happier, and you have to rise above your circumstances. You have to have emotions greater than your circumstances if you expect to change your life for the better. So, re-listen to this passage and recognize, how many authors did I quote in there, just talking about happiness and its importance in people's lives and important in the success of their lives and, having an amazing life. So, especially in these times, choose to be courageous and go after happiness in every part of your life. All right. You guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye now.